You just tuned it in.
Global and worldwide.
Hitting you on the one with no delay. Because it's the Fighter's Voice.
The Fighter's Voice.
With your fighting host, Richard Ortiz.
And the formidable co-host,
Mr. Cole Escovedo. Remember, every fighter has a voice.
Fresno, California, we're live in Mad Production Studios. The Fighter's Voice, the only voice that matters. We're simply knocking out the competition. And of those of you that do not know, it's the Fighter's Voice Knockout Podcast. Because we're kicking everybody in the, Fresno, California, we got a lot to cover, man. I'm here making history right now as we speak because we got Carol, the cut woman, in studio. We got Jenna Creason in studio, and I wanted to make the theme an all-female theme, but, I am a male, and we're putting this together. Nevertheless, these two tandems go together like Batman and Robin. Not like Superman and Kryptonite. I'll say it again, Batman and Robin, because they're about to make good music together. They're about to make the sport better, stronger, and wiser. And all it takes is one time during this episode, or even a fight, for the cut woman to see her in action, taking care of the gem. And the gem is Jenna Creason. Welcome to the show, Jenna.
Hi, I'm really glad to be here. I love being on the show, so I'm really excited.
Today, ladies and gentlemen, she's excited. And I want to introduce today the co-host with the most, the one. She can't raise the dead, but she's the beautiful woman with the red head. Yes, that's Carol, the cut woman. How we doing, Carol?
I'm doing great. Thanks a
You're
lot,
doing
Richard.
great. Yes. Hey, thank you for stepping up to the plate and
Thank
doing
you.
what you do best. Everything comes natural, everything that comes out of your mouth, especially when we're talking about MMA, we're talking about boxing.
Right.
I'm going to pick your brain today because we're going to talk about some events. We're going to talk about Canelo wanting to move up all the way to 175s and take on the Crusher.
11?
Yes. Let's talk about that as we go. But
Sure.
let's talk about this beautiful young lady right here. She smiles, but she'll kick you right in the butt, too, at the same time. So let's jump right into it. Jenna, hey, I want to give you some mic time. That's why you're back here. Did you know you made history? Because last time you were on the show, I brought you back a week afterwards to be a co-host with Zoila Frosto, who we're trying to arrange. Zoila, I know you're watching the show, trying to arrange the time, for next Wednesday. And then we brought you back, right? So you were on here last Tuesday, and now you're back here this Tuesday.
Actually, it was last Wednesday, yeah.
Oh, my bad. Oh, that's right. The KICKASS Podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now, see, this is more of a radio format, so stop cussing, okay? You cannot cuss on this show like you did last time, okay?
I did not.
Cole cussed enough for both of us, right?
Yeah.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. So are you also watching professional boxing as well as you watch MMA, ladies MMA and men's MMA?
Yeah, sometimes I'll watch it, like, when I'm at home or something.
Yeah.
Usually I'll watch either the boxing or the MMA. Those are
Well,
my two
you know
things.
what? If ever I'm not around and you can't get a hold of me, you got to call Carol right here and ask her for some
Definitely.
pointers, ask her for some questions. Carol, I know you got a question for her about her boxing experience, man, because you were complimenting her with her footwork. But talk to us about her hand speed.
Her hand speed is incredible. I'm very impressed with your hard work and dedication that you put into training. And I think that you're actually a really great role model for other young people such as yourself, teenagers, getting into the sport. And you're kicking butt in multiple platforms, not just in boxing. You're doing it in, jiu-jitsu, wrestling, Muay Thai, is it? Kickboxing?
Yeah, wrestling, boxing, karate, jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, and Nogi.
Oh, and karate. Okay. That's great.
I told you she got it
Yeah.
going on. Girl
Yeah,
got
no kidding.
Okay, but this is what I want to do right now. Okay, there's this challenge going on, right? Where you're trying to kick the lid off the bottle.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah, I
yes,
heard
yes.
of that.
I am going to go out on a limb. I am going to record my own challenge, okay? And I know you guys are following me. Those that know me, believe me, there will be a bottle of something, and I will take that lid off that bottle somehow, some way. Now, whether I back fist it, I kick it, or I just open it up and just boom it. Nevertheless, that will be my challenge, and I'm going to post it and challenge everybody. But no, when that was going on, I was thinking about you. It got to get done. You got to get it done. You got to
Right.
say you got to do this only on the Fighter's Voice. I want to see that.
Okay.
I want to help support it.
You can take that challenge. You got it, girl.
Oh, she got it.
Oh, she's got it.
Right? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I think I've heard of it, so.
Well, now you need to see it and put out a video because we're going to be backing it up and supporting it.
Okay.
Heck
You
yeah.
know, let's look at her, Carol. She got that Bobby Salazar's hat.
I know.
What's up with that?
She's rocking it. Look at you.
What's up with that? Tell us about that.
Bobby Salazar's is my sponsor. They've been my sponsor for a few years now. They help for like tournament money and stuff like that. So then I help promote them by with like commercials, and then sometimes I'll offer to do like where you sample it off. So I do that at my gym. So things like that.
And that's the salsa part, right?
Yeah.
You know what? I want to give a shout out to not just the salsa, but Bobby Salazar's right there on the Tower District. And I'm talking about the bodyguards that are there. I'm talking about the bouncers that are there that are taking care of business to make sure everybody acts the way they need to act. I mean, these guys are awesome. They take care of work. I don't know them by name, but they're always putting in work and they're always keeping the peace, man. So I want to say what's up to all the bouncers out there. Bobby Salazar's, that's there on Tower District. Hey, if you want something cold or you want something to eat, man, stop by there at the Tower District, Bobby Salazar's. And I'll take this time to say, look it, Snickers, the official candy bar of the fighter's voice. It'll make a champion out of you. If you don't have the courage to step forward, if you don't have the heart or the tenacity, after you bite into a nice Snicker bar right here, you may just walk around with 4 bouts.
Yeah.
4 bouts,
right?
Like the heavyweight champion of the world, Andy Reese Jr. Hashtag Snickers, at Snickers. Snickers, we're waiting for you because you satisfy us. Enough said. So, Carol, I got to ask you this because you're all giggly and laughing. I'm hearing tomorrow you're going to be in Selma, California, Robert Garcia's Boxing Academy. I don't want to get into it too much. I want to leave it up to you. Tell us about what we can expect as viewers, listeners, or even if we want to go there and participate.
Well, basically, I'm just gonna. It's the first time that I've been to the gym. It's been a while since I've been out here. So every time I'm out in this area, I haven't had a chance to get by there. So I'm very excited to see the gym and to see all of the members there and the fighters and Big Al Perez and, you know.
Spoke to him today.
That's really good for you. Good.
Yes.
And so I'm really excited to go and work with whoever's there. I know Al has a couple sons that I think have been training for a while, and
they have what it takes, honestly, to get to that level. They're getting there, and they've made tremendous steps.
Right. So I'm actually looking forward to maybe working with them, mitting them down, or if Isidro Ochoa shows up, or whoever's going to be around. I'm going to be there between 5 and 8 p.m. tomorrow at Robert Garcia Boxing Academy, Central Valley in Selma.
There you go. Now, I do want to see you work the mints with Jenna one day.
I would love that.
I want that to happen because I'm telling you this right now. Once that happens,
that's a given.
That's what happens. And even let Pops know, let KP know. I want to get content of this. So I don't want to use the word magical because I really don't believe in magical. But something special is going to happen. I mean, you're going to see like just.
Yeah.
It's just going to be like okay.
It's going to be on fire.
Okay, right. Exactly. And you know what? I've been calling this theme Fire.
Yeah.
Because this show is going to be fire. It's going to be like Excalibur when nobody can put that sword out, and then all of a sudden when you two work together, boom, just comes right out.
Yeah.
It just comes right out smooth.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah, that's going to happen.
We're going to do that soon, for sure.
Hey, it's going to happen sooner than later. I was talking to Big Al today, Carol, and he said, make sure you tell Carol to remember me, because he goes, these are his words. Oh, I've been saying Carol's going to blow up. He goes, especially with that red hair. I said, bro, the whole jacket, the whole gloves, the whole everything. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to go on record on the Fighter's Voice. Okay, I don't know if it's going to be PVC. I don't know if it's going to be Top Rank. I don't know if it's going to be Golden Boy, Combate, or Bellator. But trust me, ladies and gentlemen, you will see Carol working the corners on a national circuit. I don't know where it's at or where it's going to come at, but it's going to happen. Trust me, it's going to happen.
I believe it will.
And I'm going to say it again. Trust me, it's going to happen. So.
Well, thank you very much.
Oh, absolutely.
I appreciate the support and believing in me.
Well, here on the show, we call things as if they're not as if they are, and I say that a lot.
I know.
People that come on the show blow up, they're successful. I don't know what it is. No, I can't say I don't know what it is. I'm looking at them right here.
Yeah, there you go.
Right here.
That's right here.
Right here, all day long, all day long.
Yep.
You know what? I told Joey Louis Lopez one time, and it's the only fighter that I've ever said that to. He came on the show when we were in Fresno. And I gave him a thumbs up for Richie's shirt. And I said, did you know you walk around blessed and you don't even know it or know what's going on? Just you have somebody watching over you now because you're a part of this. Whether you want to be or not,
right.
You are now a part of this.
That's awesome.
And it was deep on him. He goes, yeah. Yeah, I do.
That's awesome.
So that's good. Hey, Joey, I know you got some news to drop, Smoke Show, so you can come and drop it here on the Fighter's Voice, the only voice that matters.
Yeah.
Now, listen, we did this questionnaire today about some questions. Do we have enough time before we go to commercial? We got 5 minutes. We got enough time to cover that, or do we need a whole new segment? What do you got in front of you there?
So I have some questions. We're going to do a drawing if possible
Okay.
For whoever. So these are some questions that some people messaged me. I posted on my Instagram. and whoever wins the drawing will get a free Jenna the Gem t-shirt. So, Promoter 559 asked, "What
Who's that?"
Rick Morgan.
And I know who he is. Rick, Slick. Rick, I was just talking about you. I was on the phone, and I was talking about you on the way over here. And don't worry, it was all good talk. Very good talk.
So his question was, what is your goal right now? Olympics in boxing, youngest MMA fighter ever. What are you striving most to do so I could be there, so I could be ready to help you? So first off, thank you for the greatest question ever.
That was on my list, though, just so you know. I was going to ask you the same question. But anyway,
Really?
yes.
Oh, okay. There you are.
So actually, besides being a doctor when I grow up,
There you go.
my goal is to be at 16. I know that's like the youngest you could do for boxing. So I figured maybe I could go pro then, so I could have a few years, win as many belts as I can.
Right.
And then at 18 is when the MMA you could fight, so then I could win as many fights then. So, and after that, invest my money, so then I could be one of the youngest ever businesswomen. So then I have a nice business and things like that.
That's awesome. You have a great head on your shoulders.
She
That's
does.
really awesome.
She does. Great question, Rick.
And then
She does.
another one is from Jonathan Oliveira 84. How do you balance demands of training, school, friendships, and social life? So actually, school, training, and church are like the main things. I know
Yeah.
some people have jobs that they love doing, so then they make sure they make it to those and do their best.
Your dad has the full-time job, huh? Taking you everywhere you need to be?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
So actually doing all this is kind of like my job, so I love doing it.
That's great.
So luckily all the time slots like fit in together, so they're not overlapping and stuff. So that'll help. And then every time I go to the gym or church or anything like that, I make friends anyway, so I also get to hang out with my friends,
Yeah.
but also get to do what I love doing.
There you go.
So
That's good. Carol, when you hear all this coming from this young lady right here, I mean, what are you thinking? And I'm thinking how mature and how she's handling it. I want to know your thoughts.
No, I absolutely think she's very mature. And by the way, how old are you? I'm thinking you were like 15 or...
I'm actually 13.
See? Okay, I
I'm
honestly
going
thought
to
you were
8th
like
grade.
15. Yeah, and I'm just really impressed with, her frame of mind as far as what she wants, her goals that she wants to
Yeah.
achieve, and then the hard work that she puts in. And that's something that's really hard to combine all of those sometimes. It's not an easy thing to do, and you're juggling school and, friends, and I don't know if you have any other hobbies that you do outside of that. I don't see how you could, because combat sports is your hobby, right? I mean, that's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah.
But I know you're going to be a big success no matter what it is you decide to do, because you are really,
She's really driven.
she's very driven.
Very driven.
Yeah, I'm very, very proud of you. Very impressed. It's awesome.
Thank you. That means a lot.
Aw.
Oh, you got this. Come on, girl.
Yes.
Stop already. Okay, what's question number 3?
This question's from Hobbs Family 3. These are all from Instagram.
Awesome.
I sent a message. And then they asked, when is your next fight? So if you're talking jiu-jitsu, it's going to be the 19th through the 20th for jiu-jitsu and no-gi. That's the Worlds.
That's a tournament. Where's that located at?
I think it's like in the Riverside, LA area.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
And then if you're just talking about boxing, I'm actually going to be fighting, hopefully, October 6th at the Fresno Fair grounds.
Oh,
so
good.
Oh, October 6th.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. I heard they're going to have an awesome ring announcer there.
anyways,
No,
So-
yeah, that's what I heard. Serious. No, I'm being serious. I don't know who he is, really, but I heard he's really awesome.
It's not you?
No, it's not me.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm going to go there and support.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
you got to.
I'll be there too.
Yeah, I'll be there to support Al's kids from Robert
Absolutely.
Garcia's Boxing Academy.
That's right.
Robert Garcia's Boxing Academy.
That's right.
Yes. And of course, Jenna the Gem, I'll be supporting.
Yep.
Yep.
Yes.
All right, so the next one is from Crazy Hazy MMA. So she asked, what encouraged you to be what you are today? So actually, this started when I was 4 years old. My dad was going through like boxes of stuff, and I found 2 gold medals that my brothers and sisters won in Mexico. And when I was 4, it looks huge to me, but now as I see it, they look a little bit smaller.
Are they as big as yours that you have now?
Kinda, not too much. But
That inspired you, huh?
yeah, ever since then,
Wow.
I told my dad I wanted one, but from America. So ever since
there you
then,
go.
that's been kind of like what drives me a little bit.
Yeah.
So that's one of the reasons why I'm
Okay.
here.
Great story, man. That got you going. Now, that was question number 3. Who said that? I mean, who asked you that?
3, when's my next fight, or the other one?
The last one we just passed up.
Oh, okay. Crazy Hazy MMA.
Yeah. Well, Crazy Hazy MMA, stand by and we'll give you that answer, or we just did. We're going to take a commercial break. We'll be coming right back with Carol the Cutwoman and Jenna the Gym. Rich Ortiz, the fighter's voice, your host with the most. Stand by and enjoy this commercial.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, my name's Lupe Contreras, and you're watching The Fighter's Voice.
Hi, I'm Jose Ramirez.
I'm Bob Arum.
Hi, I'm Robert Garcia, and I'm with The Fighter's Voice.
The only radio show knocking out the competition. Fighter's Voice Radio Show.
Fresno, California, we're back. I hope you enjoyed that little soundbite. Loopy, one of the best ring announcers in the sport today, nationwide, worldwide, because he can announce your name in 2 languages. So, before we took commercial break, we were taking some questions, right? Mm-hmm. And I understand you have this contest. But see, Carol's also involved in this contest. She didn't get to text you or email you her questions, so now she has a couple questions for you.
Okay.
I was curious to know what your favorite fighter
Nice shirt,
is.
by the way, Carol. I love it.
Oh, thank you. This is
Yes.
actually, a tribute to Mike Tyson. Was his birthday the other day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Right on.
yeah.
Cool.
So I wanted to know who your favorite fighter was or is, whether it's Ronda Rousey, which, by the way, I know you've met her.
Yeah.
And what was that like?
It
What
was
was
a-
it like to meet her?
It was
Dang.
actually really fun. She was doing like this speaking thing there.
Uh-huh.
So then she did this, like, she was talking to some kids that were like boxers and stuff. Mm-hmm. And so she was talking to everybody. But then after she did that, after she wanted to meet me. So then afterwards I was talking to her. She showed me her stare down. I was just so excited.
Oh, my God. That is so cool.
I was just like excited.
Wait, and, okay, what do you mean stare down? She gave you the stare down?
Well, she showed
Look at
me.
the camera.
off,
Look
a
at the
face
camera
off.
right there.
Face
Show
off.
everybody the stare down. Let's see the stare down.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let me see it. Ooh, man.
Yeah.
Dang.
You
that's
got it down, girl.
It means business.
Yes, heck
man.
yeah. You know what I love is your profile picture because she looks so mean. She's just like,
Oh, I know. I love
know?
it. Yeah, I like that. I like that.
that is great.
Whoever did your photographs, man, they got down. Mm-hmm. They got down. They did a great job.
Yeah,
Great job.
Frankie Leo photography.
Okay.
So.
Well, if Frankie's ever invited to a quinceañera and he can't do it, Mark Davis Jr. Photography. My gosh. Yeah, Mark, that's a plug right there.
Yeah, he rocks.
Oh, he does rock.
He sure
So I'm
does.
just saying, I know you got your guy, but in case he invited you to a quinceañera or going to a wedding or eating a Snickers and, busy, hit up Mark Davis Jr. Yeah, who's part of the Fighter's Voice. Just thought I'd throw that in there. Okay. So what other question you got for her, Carol?
What other fighters would you like to meet?
Well,
Oh, good question.
that's kind of hard because I actually like a lot of fighters. Because some like my famous female fighters besides Ronda Rousey, like Holly Holm, Michelle Watterson, those ones like really inspire me too.
That's
But
awesome.
Ronda Rousey was like the first one who wanted me, or who I've seen and wanted to get into MMA part because she was like the first ever girls fighter and stuff for the MMA champion.
That's awesome.
So that really inspired me to start doing this. And
That
then
is so cool.
I also seen other female fighters, so that really got me into it.
Good. Have you met Zoila Frausto?
Yeah.
Okay, so you met her already. Okay. Are you going to be at the fight when she fights on August 2nd at the Save Mart Center for Combate?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I knew you'd be there. I just
Yeah.
just needed to make sure.
Oh,
That's
she's
great.
on it. She's on it.
She's on it, especially if it's in this area.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And-
speaking of Zoila Frost, we're trying to work something out here with her time frame because of her training. You mean to cut you off, Gina? God, I got that stare from her right now. I got the Ronda Rousey stare because I cut her off. But no, we're trying to work something out where we can see her tomorrow. So we're trying to
Okay.
work it out the times. But
Well, why don't you just bring the show over to the Robert Garcia Boxing Academy?
You know
and
what?
We'll just do it live there.
you know what? I was talking to Al about that. And
No, you weren't.
yes, I was. Actually, yes,
Really?
I was. Yes, I was. Because if we go all the way down to Riverside, KP, we got to support Selma Robert Garcia's Boxing Academy, and we got to do a whole show there.
Yeah.
So we're looking of doing that possibly in 3 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, ask me why we can't do it this Wednesday.
Why can't you do it this Wednesday?
Okay, ask me again why we can't do it this Wednesday.
Why can't you do it this Wednesday?
Because the Fighter's Voice will be on location at Media Day supporting Manny Pacquiao and getting segments, getting content. The only way the Fighter's Voice way was simply knocking out the competition. Only produced by Mad Production Studios, KP behind the mic and the camera, doing it all, man.
Right on.
Yeah,
oh my
yeah,
God,
yeah.
that is really awesome.
Yeah. We just need some sponsors. So Carol and no, I'm just playing right here. We'll make it. Snickers, step up. Hey, you step up for us, we'll step up for you.
There you
but
go.
no, we'll be doing there, or else we would book that next Wednesday. But
Okay.
we plan on going down there and taking care of business.
Well, that's a big thing.
Yeah. I want to thank Marie for taking care of business, Sean Gibbons, and Manny Pacquiao's PR person. Yes, thank you for the invite.
Excellent.
Yes. So where were we now? Yes, we are going to do the show at Robert Garcia's Boxing Academy in Selma, and I know you're going to be there tomorrow.
Okay, yes.
Yes.
Looking
So
forward to it.
answer one of these other questions right here so we can give away a shirt. See, Carol's trying to get that shirt. Huh, she is. She's trying to get that
No.
shirt. Yeah, we're going to give away
No.
a shirt today.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, but I'm going to let everybody vote for the best question. Okay.
So I got a couple more. This one's from R Falcon 1427. He said,
They just subscribed. They just subscribed right now. Okay,
okay.
good. Yeah, right on.
He said, I wanted to ask you, of all the disciplines you take, BJJ, boxing, wrestling, and jiu-jitsu, which one is your favorite?
Ooh.
A lot of people ask me this one. This is probably like one of the hardest questions ever, though, because like every single martial art has something that I love about it and what it brings, because I love learning new things, especially in the martial arts that I train. So
You love to challenge yourself, huh?
yes.
No kidding.
Man.
Especially at her age, it just blows my mind.
I'm not ignoring you when I look down here. It's blowing up with questions for you.
Oh, okay.
It is. So once I said free shirt, it just went boom, 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 boom. But okay, so if somebody don't, and I want to put it out there right now. So if they cannot, if they're not awarded a shirt tonight, how can they get a cool shirt from you?
Well, they could contact me by my Instagram, Jenna the Gem, or they could email me under jennatthegem@gmail.com.
Yeah.
So then the shirts are $15 each. There's pink and green. So, of course, it has me on the front. And then I also have
Who do they have on
sponsors
front?
back.
Jenna the Gem, that's what's up. Yeah, we looked at it last time, and it reminds me of Charlie's Angels. I like that. You know, the different
Oh,
poses.
yeah, yeah, it
doesn't it?
kinda
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
So they're $15. There's pink and green. And then I also have some sponsors on the back,
Yeah.
which next ones probably will even have other sponsors
Okay.
have a chance to actually get on there.
All right.
Also, so these shirts are actually really helpful because they help towards tournaments and trips,
Right.
especially the expenses for the travel and
Right.
staying, like the hotels and
Oh
stuff.
yeah,
so.
absolutely, absolutely. And you got to make sure those hotel. Honestly, it has to be an upgrade hotel too, because when you're competing, and a lot of people think, oh no, you could just stay anywhere. No. As an athlete, you got to make sure you have those nice beds of comfort to relax those muscles, and you don't wake up with a sore neck or what have you. I mean,
Yeah.
it goes a long way. Because I heard fighters say, dude, I'd like an upgrade. And there was a person saying, well, this is all we can give you. And he said, no, it's not about the hotel. It's the mattress. I mean, it does make a difference. People think it don't. I've worked with a lot of fighters, been around them, and that's been their biggest concern. Yeah. So
know,
anyways,
you
thought I'd throw that out there.
You
You
know
have
what
to
other
make
concern there
sure-
is,
What's
though?
that?
Is that when you do go away for, let's say, nationals, because I've been to a few nationals, like when Reno and Utah and
You've
West
been all
Virginia.
over the world, Carol. You have.
I've
yes, you
been
have.
to some places.
You have.
But I've been to the nationals with other fighters, you know, young girls like yourself. And so I've been to West Virginia, and that was really like, it was hot and humid, and all the fighters are staying in the same hotel. And every time you want to go out and train or you want to go hit mitts, it's really hard because there's so many people around that you kind of want to keep your own fight camp kind of private. And you also, for a mental aspect, I think it's probably better to do that rather than train in front of possibly your opponent. So, you know, it's not just the mattress of the hotel. It's like maybe picking a hotel that's might not be right at the hotel that all the other fighters are staying at, because that really makes a big difference on the mindset of the fighter. You know, where people are peeping you out and they're, you know, taking pictures and video, and you really don't. I don't think a fighter needs to worry about those kind of things, or it's not.
Exactly.
And so, far as a coach, I think it's important to to protect your fighter and stay away from where all the mainstream, where all the people are. That's just a recommendation.
Yeah.
I going to say something right now, and I'm real bad at holding in news and surprises. You two are going to be on the video that we're going to shoot, because we're going to shoot a promo commercial that introduces the show, and I just got great ideas right now. Where you two?
Cool.
Really, really. I mean, there's going to be one part of the video right when we're coming in. I'm hitting the pads. You're warming me up to get ready to do the show, and right before I step onto the show,
Really?
she's going to give me the stare down. So that means I'm ready, and then I'm ready. Hey, Rich Ortiz with the Fighters. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that-
KP's going to
that's
shoot it
really
here.
nice.
At Mad Production Studios, we do it all. A lot of
That's
people
awesome.
don't know. This show, we're getting ready to take it to the next level. We are. So if nobody picks it up, we're picking it up ourselves and we're running with it. So
There you go.
that just popped in my head, and I was thinking, well, you know what? I don't want to just say I'm here to help females or women all together. I don't see you as that. I see you as a strong cut person. I see you as a person who does all these sports. Not, okay, she's good because she's female. Forget all that hogwash. Just throw it out. Not, she's a good cut woman because her hair's red and she's a female. Forget all that hogwash. She's good at what she does, and you're good at what you do. And I wanted to say that for the record. That's why you're going to be included in the video.
Well, thank
So
you.
just letting you know right now. I had to throw that out there.
Thanks.
KP, I know you're reading my mind, my man. I know KP was, because KP has this art form all the time. I mean, he can see
I know
something and
that.
put it together, a movie, and one of these days we got to play some of his stuff on the screen. He played some stuff for me, not to get off topic, some stuff for me, and I was like,
Right.
dang, it looked like Rambo 5. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah, KP was running through the jungle all cut up and stuff,
I think I
stitching
saw-
himself and stuff. I was like, what
I
the
thought I saw
heck?
some pictures of some
But
filming
the only
was
thing
going
that
on.
threw me off is, you know how you pour like water? He poured like 805 on his cut, and it made it like
No.
go away. Yeah, it stopped the
Oh,
bleeding.
wow,
It
that's
did. I was like, wow. And then he like sipped it, and then he got. I think he stepped on a grenade. I'm not sure. But where were we now? Okay, okay. What's the other question?
Okay, so this one's from the brunch lady. She
The brunch lady?
Yeah.
Well, she cooked good, huh? Huh.
Well, this one says, Jenna, what is one thing you always do before a fight? So besides
that.
physically being ready for a fight,
Yeah.
I always get in this like mental game of how I'm going to be ready. I don't know if you've ever seen any of my videos of me like pacing back and forth.
Yeah.
I'm getting focused and getting ready for the fight, psyching my mind out for the fight.
Very good.
So making sure I'm like on topic in my head.
Yeah.
As well as physically.
There you go. Carol, you've been around a lot of fighters. Do you see fighters? What's a lot of the common ground that you see with fighters? They go in their own little corner, even if it's for 10 seconds, 1 minute, 5 minutes. What's some of the things you see them do to get ready?
They just try to stay focused and block everything out. I think the mental part of the game or of the fight game is probably the most important thing. I mean, the fighters have their skills and have their techniques and their talent, but it's the mental game that really helps get them through to the fight, and I think that's something that's really important to do. That's why they're so focused, and they just like they have blinders on, and they just, you know, whether they're walking out or they get into the corner and they pray, they do whatever it is that works for them. I think it's something that is important.
Okay. I'm going to say this right now. Okay, I'm backstage right now. Okay. Jenna's your fighter. What would you do as a handler to get her ready the last minute? What advice would you give her right before she goes on? And I know that's a difficult question because you haven't really worked with her,
Right.
but what advice
It would depend.
is safe anyways?
Each fighter, I think.
No, this fighter.
I know.
Okay.
But like you said, because I haven't worked with her before.
So we got to
But-
fix that part too.
Yeah, we'll do
Yes,
that.
yes,
We could do
yes.
that. But just to tell them that, you know, to believe in themselves, that we are all here to support you, win, lose, or draw. We got your back, and, you know, we just need you to stay focused and focus on what you're here to do. You know, all that hard work, sweat and tears and blood and all of that is all because of this right now at that time. And so it's important to just keep your mind in the game and not worry about your opponent. You just worry about yourself and what skills you have and what, you know, training you've put into it, and go out there and just do it. And the corner is there to support you 100%, regardless.
Boom, there it is there. That's fire right there.
Yeah, that's
Dang,
actually
look,
really
look at her.
good.
I read your bubble. You will, you can't cuss on this show now. Okay, but I read the top. Okay, what's the next question you got out there?
Okay, so this is actually the last one that I have.
Okay.
This is from Dustin Leslie. He said, what would you say your strengths are, and what's the thing you need to work on the most? I feel my strengths are actually my conditioning. I run a lot. I post a lot about my running because that's like a lot of what I do.
Good.
So that would probably be my strengths. And my weakness would probably just things that I need to work on. There's different ones that I need to work on, but I know one big one was like breaking my old habits that I had from like when I first started.
Yeah.
For like boxing, doing this, I need to break that.
Yeah.
So it's just like old habits that I need to break.
Just some muscle memory.
Yeah.
Just some strong muscle memory. Okay, well, I'm going to let you think that it's over. We're going to take a commercial break. We're coming right back. In the first minute, we're going to award a winner, okay? Rich Ortiz here, your host of the Fighter's Voice Knockout Podcast. We'll be coming right back with our co-host with the most and our guests. Rich Ortiz, enjoy this break. Enjoy this commercial. What do you got to say to all the fans that follow you, that want to be just like you, going out there and grinding all the time, and all these new people out there that are trying to get out there that haven't put the work in? What do you got to say to them?
Like I told you from day one, don't be like me, be better than me. And make sure you follow everyone, the Fighter's Voice, the only voice that matters. Stay tuned for ESNewsReport.com. I'm Mike back reporting.
Hi, I'm Jose Ramirez.
I'm Bob Arum.
Hi, I'm Robert Garcia, and I'm with the Fighter's Voice.
The only radio show knocking out the competition. Fighter's Voice Radio Show.
Rich Ortiz here with the Fighter's Voice, the only voice that matters. We're simply knocking out the competition. Hey, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I'm laughing because during the break, KP posted an old school picture. And who is that big guy? That guy needs to cut some weight right there. But see, that's back in the day. And
No.
I've said this before. I am who I say I am. I didn't just wake up and say I want to start the Fighter's Voice. And there's a picture I couldn't find that it's Mike Tyson and my mom. But yeah, that was me and Mike.
That's awesome.
And I remember he said, I said, hey, can you sign this for my son? I had a little picture of Richie. He goes, you have a son? He goes, how old are you? He goes, where are you from? He's asking me all these questions.
Really?
And I said, Fresno. He goes, oh, by Modesto. So he knew the area. And he also says, hey, you want some grapes? Because he was cutting weight, getting ready to fight Peter McNeely.
Oh my gosh.
Nice
wow,
guy,
that was
though.
A long
nice
way
guy.
back.
But you know what I remember the most? His cologne was just popping.
Really? What was it? Do you know?
Oh, I don't know what it was.
Back
but it
in
was
the
just,
day,
it was popping.
Paco Rabanne or something?
I don't know,
Whatever.
but he was fit, and there's just that reverence around it. Like, man, that is the baddest dude around.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Our research team, they're awesome. They're awesome. So, drum roll, please, or what question really made you think? What question brought out the best in you? What I would say, what would you say? Because I can give you mine, but you're the host. You're the guest. If not, me and Carol will help you.
Okay, so I don't know, because I really like all these questions that everybody asked. These are actually really awesome that everybody even thought of these. Some of these I never even thought of even thinking about answering, but I really love each of them. So,
Oh
Can
my
I add
gosh!
one? Can I add one to that?
Yes, please do.
What is your number one? Well, maybe somebody already asked it, but maybe it's worded different. But what is your number one goal and dream? What do you want to achieve overall, like in the big picture?
well, hopefully at 16 I could go pro for boxing.
Okay, that's right.
And then take some championships
That was great,
there
yeah.
for WBC. And then when I get up to 18 years old, even take the UFC. So then also being like a doctor and things like that for a
Okay.
career.
I know what
Yeah.
I like.
We're just reviewing that.
I know what I like. It was short and simple.
What?
The other ones are real like Barbara Walters type, okay? They were all great questions. But this is what I like, where I turn around and said, oh, man, I should have asked that. Because I would ask that.
Oh, that's cool.
What is one thing you always do before a fight? I love that. I love
that's
that
a good one.
I love
Yeah.
that one. And here, I'll let you announce the winner here. And have them contact you so they get the size
You wanna pick
of
one
that
too?
shirt.
I think I agree with that. I mean, they were
I
all
like that
really.
one.
I think
Yeah.
they were all great questions, but that's something you don't hear very often. Is
No.
what a
'Cause
fighter
every
does
fighter's
before.
different.
Exactly.
And every fighter has a voice.
Um,
Really?
I think that's it.
That's
I
it?
think that I honestly I think that's it because I never hear anybody ask what you do prior to a fight or before a fight.
So what's the call handle on that?
Okay, so that would be the brunch lady.
At the brunch lady.
Yes.
I think it's safe to say you have been awarded a Jenna the Gym T-shirt with
That's
all the sponsors
awesome.
in the back. I guess you contact Jenna, get her address. I'm not sure address. You give her your size, and then they'll meet you somewhere in a public place. Of course, probably Bobby Salazar's.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to say that coffee place because they're not paying us no bills to say it for free. So yeah, right now we'll say Bobby Salazar's.
That's right.
Okay. Okay.
And they got the best salsa, dude.
They do.
The best salsa, I swear.
They do.
I just bought some at the
Miss
store.
Martinez, we're hurting for that salsa. I've been wanting to meet with you. Did you talk to her?
Yes, I actually brought yours, your salsa and chips from Sheila. So.
Did you?
Yes, it's actually over there. I had it in the ice chest so it doesn't like get hot or anything. So.
Yeah, I saw them.
Oh, there you go. Oh,
They carried
okay.
it in.
So you saved her then, because I was getting ready to give her the that look. Can I see that look again? Oh, dang, man. See, that's the look I want. KP, I want that look right before I go on. But I'm going to hit the pads with Carol. Yeah. See, and Cole, he can do his own thing. We'll have him like spar with Zoila or something. I'm sure he'll like that. But anyways, that's a whole different topic and segment.
That's
Now,
right.
We have Cole with a cat. Can't stand out.
yes, Cole with a cat. There you go. No, we'll bring Nate.
Yeah, there we go.
Him and Nate. Yeah, Nate will, they'll do something. Nate Wren, my man, Nate Wren. Happy late birthday to my man, Nate Wren. It's in the house. What's up, Nate? Carol, I got to ask you this, man.
Yes.
Last time you were on the show, I didn't get a chance to ask you, and I want you to get ready for this. You got to hear this inspiring story. I mean, talk about a belt that I could have awarded somebody, because we want to start awarding people with, like, we give away the Fighter's Voice Award, and that'll be every year. Once we're going to pick somebody who's really had a struggle, not just inside the cage or the boxing ring, but in life, because every fighter has a voice. You don't need a mouthpiece or your hand wrapped to be on the Fighter's Voice show or be a fighter. So being that said, you got to hear this story.
Okay.
Carol, I know it's heartwarming. I know it's there, but it has to get out there because you touch lives with it. A lot of people don't know your fight, and you continue to fight with what you do. So right now we're going to switch it. Carol's going to be the guest, and my co-host, the little co-host with the most, is going to be the Jim. So shoot away. The mic is yours, Carol.
Okay. I've always dreamed to be a professional fighter one day, and I've had a lot of health issues, and my father was the one that inspired me to become, to get into boxing. And I had health issues at 19. I had a stroke, so that slowed me down a little bit, and then as time went on, I continued to train, and I ended up having a heart attack, and all of the issues that I've had were all genetic or hereditary. So that set me back tremendously to where I was very frustrated and went through a lot of struggles such as depression and anxiety, and felt like the world was completely against me. All the odds were against me, but I continued to keep fighting, to keep pushing forward and not giving up. That's the biggest thing that I can't express strong enough is to never give up, and you got to always keep moving forward. And then I also had cancer, so I had to go through that. So every time there was a hurdle or a speed bump, it was a little bigger than a speed bump, but it's like, I fell down, but I got back up. I got knocked down, got back up, and that's something that I just want to stress more to other people, is to never give up. Just keep moving forward, and try not to think of these things inwardly, and think of them more in a positive manner.
How many things have you had to overcome?
Well, something I've never really talked about either, other than, my health issues, is
Yeah.
I've had loss in my family. I lost my mother quite a few years ago to
I noticed that
heart
picture you
disease.
posted. You guys, you could tell daughter and mom. You guys look alike.
Right.
Yeah, I remember
Definitely.
you posted that.
For sure. So unfortunately, my health heart issues were from my mom's side of the family, and my oldest brother Ed passed away from a ruptured aortic aneurysm when he turned 60, and that was a few years back. So those are things that I've had to deal with and learn how to live with and overcome the things that were knocking me down. So the more that I just kind of stayed focused continue to go after my dream and have, you know, you got to set goals. Number one, you got to set your goals. Once you set the goals, then you just got to do what you got to do to get there, and don't take no for an answer. You just keep pushing forward and find a way to do it. If you want something bad enough, you will work hard enough and do it.
Have you ever expressed that story before on any other platform or a paper or anything?
No, this is the first time I've ever said that. I mean, I've posted things on Facebook, you know, like around, you know, the anniversaries or the birthdays and holidays of my family. But as far as their passing and all of that, I've never really talked about it publicly.
So we'll say how many obstacles? Is that 4 or 5?
Well, you know, stroke, cancer, heart attack, death of my brother, death of my mother, and so that's about 5. I think those are big enough.
So you are a 5-time world champion.
Yeah, I guess you can say that.
Well,
in life.
That's what I'm getting at. I wasn't being nosy.
No,
I mean,
not
every
at all.
single time, you are a 5-time world champion. You are a Hall of Famer of life.
Oh, thank you. I think
You like
I
that
can
tag
agree.
there? I'm gonna trademark that.
I'm
Hall of
gonna agree
Famer
with
of
that.
life. Right now, Rick Morrigan's sending it out. Jose will probably wear it on his shirt or something right now. That's a great market, man, right now. Rick, we need to do business. I've been waiting for my call, dude, and I'm still waiting. I didn't change my number, my man. Maybe you changed your mind. I don't know.
All I gotta say is that story was wow. You're a true fighter.
Oh,
Yes.
Thank you.
And
That's for
inspiration.
real.
Thank you. I
And
appreciate
inspiration.
that.
But not
course.
just to women, to people in life in general.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody.
Yeah.
And it doesn't
Yeah.
have to be boxing related. It doesn't have to be coming from a coach aspect. It's just, I meet people just out on the street, you know, wherever I'm at, and then we start talking, and before you know it, they're like, oh, my God. And then, you know, there's something in common or something they needed to hear.
Yeah.
Like the last time, now that we're mentioning this, last time I was on your show, a woman that I had met at a previous gym, I had trained her a little bit for a short period of time. She hit me up and sent me a long message on Messenger and expressed her, you know, appreciation for me telling my story, because it was something she needed to hear. She needed to hear a lot of the things, and I'm not going to touch on the exact things, but the things that I have experienced, she was kind of experiencing some things that she says, I really needed to hear you tell that story today, like today.
Yeah.
You know, and so she thanked me, and I was in tears when I was
I'm
reading
telling you,
it, you know?
I'm telling you, this show is blessed. I mean, it helps people. It takes them to that next level. I mean, I know, I feel it. And KP's done a lot of shows, and I'm going to say KP because he's had offers for movies, big time movies, and I keep asking myself, what's he doing here? But I know he sees the big vision. We spoke before, I mean, even before this coming together, and it's finally come together. I mean, we've talked about it. Our paths have crossed different times. And when I knew it would happen is when he says, I get it. Because I didn't know how I was going to enhance Richie's story in it, and then and he says, but I get it. And now it's just running with
and
it.
Look where it's taken you.
Well, I mean, it's blessings. But that lady received her blessing today, and I know other people are going to receive their blessings today by listening to you.
Thank you.
And just knowing that somebody can have a bad day, and all you get, because this is what I used to tell my sister all the time. And I said, you want to trade places with me right now, this minute? Because you cannot handle what I go through every single second, every moment of my life. But this is your story, Carol.
Right.
So if somebody ever says having a bad day, just say in a nice way, would you like to trade places with me?
Right.
Meaning the stuff that you've overcome.
Right.
I mean, here's the main thing. You kicked cancer right in the ass. And I know we weren't going to cuss today, but you did.
Yeah.
You did.
Another thing, too.
And you choked out that stroke.
Yeah,
you did.
damn straight.
You did.
Yeah, right? Definitely. So, but another thing that I guess I'd always forget to touch on is my family, you know, like my father being a big inspiration and support system for me, and also my brother Dave. I love them to death, and my family, my nephew and Aiden and my sister-in-law.
You're close to your dad too, huh, Jenna?
Yeah.
Yep.
Because it's only me and him, so
Oh,
we always
okay.
spend like almost 24/7 with each other. So
Yeah.
Well, that's a good thing, and you got to stay close. And I know that he's your number one support system.
Oh, definitely.
And backing you 100%. So that's really, I know you and I can relate to that, which is wonderful. But you know, whether it's just one person or you have a whole family that can be there to give the support, I don't think my family members enough, because they're my biggest support system. So, you know, my father and my brother Dave, I love you very much, and it means a lot to me that they're always backing me. And just such as yourself, I know that Richie's up there smiling down at you and is happy with everything that you're doing, just like I know my brother is.
Yeah.
There's times that I wish so badly that my brother was here to see where I'm at today and to be here on this journey with me. But I know that he is, and I know my mother is too, and I know that they're smiling down on me, and it makes me proud to be where I'm at, you know, to know that I think I believe I make them proud.
Well, that's the whole bigger picture of this, and I'm glad you found your serenity.
Yes.
I was just talking to somebody today, a friend of mine, and who recently lost his father, and then just knowing the loss, and he said, Richard, how do you do it? And I said, you have to find your serenity, and you have to embrace it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I just told him, I'm not a prophet, but I said, God is holding you right now. No, I said, Jesus is holding you right now.
Right.
And those are the words that came out of my mouth, and the way
Well,
that needed to be said came from my belly.
It needed to
So-
be, yeah, he needed to hear you say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you have a chance to share your story,
Well,
and
thank
I want to
you.
get in depth because I know every single event you went through it's its own chapter, and the only way to push that out there is that we got to do a 2-part exclusive interview with you.
Okay.
I mean, so it can get out there and it could continue to touch lives, or you got to get a hold of KP's publicist and may possibly write a book.
I would actually really love to do that.
What would you call the book?
You know, I don't know. Fight for your life or something. I don't know, you know, because I fought for so many things in my life. That's something I really would
And
have to think
we'll have Rick
over.
Morigan market the book. So you know it's a wrap. You know it's going to sell out. You know it is. That man, whatever he touches or gets involved, it sells out.
Well, whatever works, that's fine with me. But it definitely is something that
I'm
I'm
going to
interested
call
in
him on
doing.
something right now.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, put the camera on. Rick Morigan, you're from the 559. You're from the Valley. You're from the area. So am I. Let's work together. Let's help each other. I mean, let's get all the talent that's here in this area, and let's work together, my man. Let's work together. You got the resources. You got the connections. Let me do the rest. I'm not asking for any special privilege. Just put me in the race. And I'm not racing to take second. Okay? I just had to say that. So let's get back to you, Jenna. My girl, man, you're making it happen. I mean, you know what? We talk about Bobby Salazar's, and I know this because it was first with Jose Ramirez. And I know Bobby's listening. I know the whole salsa's listening, but I can see your face on that salsa.
Yes.
Jenna Creason knocks him out with some hot spice or something. You know, something on there, something catchy.
Yeah.
Something
probably.
catchy. Yeah. And we talked about your acting, too.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
something too. See, I was going to say something, but I wanted you to finish about, hey, did you ever think about doing some acting? But that's no fair because I asked you last time because I was watching some of your videos.
Yeah, I actually enjoy doing like the mini commercials.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen them, but
Carol,
Oh,
have
I
you seen her?
watch-
Have you seen her?
Yes. No.
She's awesome.
I've seen her do like her own self videos, you know, that
Yeah.
she's saying and stuff.
She's playing 3 parts and stuff?
Yeah. And
That was cool.
I mean, that's not an easy thing to do.
No, it's not.
I mean, when I tried to do one just to get a little sound bite with me and my father, it was
Yeah.
like we were laughing
Oh,
so
wait,
hard.
wait.
I had
hold
to
on a
keep
second.
going.
Hold on. Do
I
we
had to
have
keep
that
going.
video, KP? If we have that video, my gosh, we got to play that video. I don't mean to interrupt, Jenna. This is an awesome video.
It was-
I'm listening to it and I'm watching it. When your dad just plugged it, oh, man. That was
Carol, the
freaking
Cut Woman
classic.
here. We're
gonna
out here
listen to this.
repping the fighter's voice, and I'm
Listen to
here
her
with
dad.
my 91-year-old Pops Frank.
I'm down with the fighter's voice.
Thumbs up for Richie.
See, they got to hear it, but we'll play it right now. I mean,
Okay.
this is
That's so
a
funny.
G, 91 years old. He said, I'm down with the fighter's voice.
I mean, yeah.
Boom. He just busted out like as if to say, what's up, homie? We can do this. Yeah.
I couldn't
I
stop
can't wait to
laughing.
hear
He
that.
aced it. Oh, my God. And, yeah,
That was
we
great.
had a good time with it. I mean, that was classic. That's one of our best sound bites by far.
cool.
It really is. It really is.
Okay, I'm looking forward to see that.
Yes, exactly. So let's talk about Combate MMA coming back to Fresno August 2nd.
Yes.
We got Zoila Frosta. We got Jose Avalos from the Avalos brothers who's going to be on the show tomorrow. Zoila Frosta, we're trying to work that out where we can have them both on the show tomorrow. And we're also going to have Big Al. Big Al's, I mean, he has another story to tell as well. So, I mean, every fighter has a voice. We're going to be bringing him on the show. And a lot of people would hit me up and said, well, hold on, why don't you get this guy or this guy? I said, no. I met Al about a couple shows ago, and I told him, hey, no, I need to get you on the show. And I think he had just lost his debut. Not that night, but he was supposed to be on the card, the second card, and he wasn't, but he has a great story. and I'm supporting him, man. And
That's awesome.
he's a winner in itself. But I'm not here to tell a story. I'm going to let him do that. So how are you going to be a part of it? Are you going to be attending it? Are you going to go to any of the weigh-ins, the media days, or?
Well, usually every time since they came to Fresno, I help with promotion-wise.
Oh, okay.
So I'll help promoting and stuff, and then I'll get to go there, and then I'll also promote some more and help with that. So that's actually, I think they're weigh-ins I had.
Yeah.
That I actually met her.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was the first
That's
time
what it
we
was.
met.
Hey, that was a great picture, by the way.
It was, huh?
You guys did a great job of promoting the show. Really, you guys put it together really, really well. You did.
Good.
You did.
Yeah,
And
no, we
see-
stayed in touch. I contacted her
good,
just to let her know,
good.
hey, I'm looking forward to
Good.
meeting you. And at first I said, do you even remember me? And she said, yeah. And then when I sent a picture of us, she goes, oh my God, yeah, I remember you now. Yeah. So I met her at the weigh-ins at the last
good
Fresno
deal.
Combate Americas.
Good deal. So you'll be there too, August 2nd,
Oh yeah.
with Candyman?
Yes, I will be
Yeah.
there. I'm going to be working the event.
That's good. And I noticed that vest you have on. I mean,
Yes.
it's nice. It's just popping, and but it's missing a little something. Man.
It's missing the fighter's
It's
voice,
missing
baby.
the fighter's voice. We got to get that on there
I'll
some
get
way,
that
somehow.
added. Yes, I'll
some
send
way,
that back to
somehow.
Jay
yes.
Torres, FNA,
yeah,
man.
Yeah, no, he did a great job there.
He did.
He did a great job there. And what
Yeah.
I'll say, this is the part of the show where you get to vent a little bit, but don't say no names. That person you told me about, my gosh. Yeah, you were
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
You were absolutely right.
Yeah.
I want nothing to really. Yeah, you were
You feel
absolutely
me,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
we're on the same
exactly,
page on that.
Exactly, exactly. You know what that part? Okay, this is the part of the show where you get to vent a little bit. So if there's anything you want to vent and release, go ahead. You don't have to say a name. Now, it's probably better if you don't say a name.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay, there you go. That's a safe answer right
Hey,
there.
that's a good answer.
That's a great answer right there.
How cute.
Yeah, she goes, I'll tell you after the show.
I
She goes,
love
I'll tell you
that.
after the show what's really going on.
I love that.
But yeah, I want to talk to you about this, okay? And it's hitting the news right now. Triple G, of course, is not going to fight Canelo. Canelo's looking to add another bout, which tells me, yes, he does want to add another bout, but I believe he's having weight concerns.
Yes.
I mean, the man's a growing man. In this part, he will never fight at 160 ever again. Maybe 168s, but he's even outgrowing that in 175, and he wants to take on the crusher, Kovalov.
Yes.
What's your take on that, Carol? I'm going to ask you because you've really followed Canelo and his career and as well as the crusher.
I didn't really give that fight too much thought, actually. But I think he can handle that.
Crusher's turning it down as we speak because my resources say the Crusher said that he's not getting enough money.
I know.
So that's his way of saying I really don't want to mix it up because he doesn't like body shots. But I'm going to let you finish.
Right. Well, he's going to get some body shots if he fights Canelo, and I believe that if Canelo goes up to 175, I think he can handle that. I think that's actually a good weight for him because he's been bulking up over the years, and
At 175, who would you like to see him with?
that's a good question.
Or even at 168s? I'd like to see him with Benavidez.
Benavidez is a great fighter.
That's a monster.
He's a great fighter, but I don't know if Benavidez
That would-
is ready for Canelo.
Well, that'd be a good fight.
Yeah. No, I agree with you on that.
That'd be a good
I
fight.
agree with
That'd
you
be
on
a
that.
good fight.
But
So-
the Kovalev fight I would like to see that.
I would like to too.
You know?
International.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, exactly. So tell us about that heavyweight that you were taking pictures with this past weekend.
Oh, Rodney Hernandez.
I like those belts.
Yeah, he's got the GBO belt and the NABF belt. He just won his last 3 fights, and he's doing fantastic. And he's starting his fight camp. Got a fight coming up. I don't know the exact date or who his opponent is, but I'm really anxious for him to fight and hopefully looking forward to being in his corner.
Hey, Roberto wants to know, what's your Instagram, Jenna?
Oh, my Instagram is Jenna the Gem, JENNAH, the gem, like the jewel gem, GEM.
Yeah.
So some people forget the H or something, so it's Jenna the Gem.
Yeah. Okay, Carol, they also want to know, what's your Instagram? Where can they follow you?
Carol the Cut Woman on Instagram, and Carol the Cut Woman on Facebook, and also Carol Syracuse on Facebook.
Okay, Syracuse. Yeah. So do you really like Snickers or what's going on?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah?
I'm allergic to peanuts, but I like it. No, I'm kidding.
Wait, were you allergic to what?
Peanuts.
Oh, okay. Okay, never mind.
There's peanuts
No,
and Snickers.
okay.
I'm joking. I'm
Okay.
joking. I'm not allergic to peanuts.
Oh, you're not? Okay, Cass, I see your reflexes. Oh, there you go.
Oops, sorry.
No, it's all good.
So am I
it's only
supposed-
$500+ bucks, but it'll come out of your check. It'll come out of your check. It'll come out of your check.
This is great.
Yeah. See, you need to contact them.
Okay.
Or have Rick contact them for you. All right?
All right.
And share the love with the Snickers, okay? Because I really do love Snickers. So
Yeah,
I'll bet
they're
you Rick
pretty
can
good.
make that happen. Yeah. So Rick's just waiting for you to sign somewhere, huh? 'Cause he's just taking that next level. So you got Rick on one side, and you also have, who's the other guy? The MMA guy.
Zinkin?
Zinkin, those guys. So continue to be a kid. Continue to take every step as slow as you can, because before you know it, life's going to pass you by, and you don't want that. Before you know it, they're going to say, in the blue corner, out of Fresno, California, right?
Definitely got to have you announce the fight for sure. You have to be
we'll
the
do
ring
that.
announcer for that.
We'll do that. We'll make sure we do that, because there's a lot of events coming up to Fresno. Let's talk about the October 6th?
Sixth.
And you're going to be competing. Now that's in boxing, right?
Yes.
Okay, completely boxing. Who's putting that event on?
I'm not sure yet. I haven't got all the details yet, but I know it's October 6th at the fairgrounds.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's the Big Fresno Fair,
Yeah.
but I know it's at the fairgrounds. I believe it is the Fresno
Right.
Big Fresno Fair, though. So that one I'm really excited for. That's probably the next boxing one I'm getting ready for.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited for that too.
I'll tell you what I'm really excited about. The Haro brothers, right? They're going to be headlining in October. They're going to be putting on an event that's Ernie, my friend Ernie, gosh dang, Ernie Hymas is promoting that fight. It's going to be some officers that be fighting with one another, officers, sheriffs, and he's been grinding out
so
there.
So it's the badge, Battle of the Badges?
Something like that, but on steroids. Well, I don't even like to use that term anymore. Just a little different. Just a little different. Ernie's really been going out there recruiting. He's just not going to be Valley Fighters. It's going to be, he just came from LA area. He just
Right.
came from the Oxnard area. And honestly, just came from Las Vegas only on business. That's tough to go to Las Vegas and only take care of business there.
Right.
Long story short, the Haro brothers were on PBC last night at Manny Pacquiao's house.
Oh, wow.
That is awesome.
That is
I mean, because
so
Manny
awesome.
Pacquiao opened it up, who was signing autographs, meeting a lot of his fans right there.
Uh-huh.
And I was just, when I see that, I get so happy for him and his father, because they've been putting on work. I mean, they're continuing to grind.
Right.
And when you grind, good things happen.
No doubt. So
Absolutely, man.
what are your thoughts on the Pacquiao-Thurman fight?
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt. It's Pac-Man time, baby.
Yeah.
All day long.
Yeah.
All day long. And we
Everybody-
posted a video. I had one on Instagram where we got a personal video. He said, thumbs up for Richie. Him and Sean. Sean Gibbons.
nice.
Classy Sean Gibbons, man.
That's
So,
awesome.
yeah, I remember when I received that, I was like, I got it like 2:30 in the morning from Sean. He texted to me. And also, guess who else texted to me about 2:45? Just take a wild guess.
I don't know.
Rick Merigian.
Oh, wow.
He said, boom. I was like, oh, okay.
Okay.
He must have accidentally hit my name and did it, huh? He must have just, he had
I think
nothing
that was an
better.
accident.
He had nothing better to do, and he said, what the heck? Boom.
Yeah, I think it was just an accident. Sorry. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, I got a lot of love for Rick, man.
I know.
No, I really do. I really do.
a good
And whenever
dude.
I'll talk to him, our conversation goes, look, I know you think I'm picking on you, then I always pick on you, man. But boom, 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 boom. But what he says, take action. Go for it. You got to do it, because,
Right.
yeah.
He's such a busy guy, and he's very selective with, the things that he does and who he talks to, and that's why he's successful, I guess, because
I mean,
he's
well,
so
he has
focused.
those days that he's moody, because I've seen him on those days. He's walked by a mirror and said, "What the hell are you looking at?" And it was a mirror.
I can't answer that because I don't know that side of him. So
No, you know what? There's no middle ground. He's either has one of those days like we all do, or he's just a freaking teddy bear softie and just walks away. Really, I mean, he will just amaze you with things that he does behind your back that are good, where he doesn't say, "Hey, I did it." He just does
that's
it. Because
cool.
I had to do research. Hey, who did this? Who put this together? And nobody wanted to say anything.
Really?
But somebody leaked it out.
Oh.
Well, because he was responsible for the 10 count for my son.
Uh-huh.
And I go, who did this? Who put this together?
That's-
I don't know.
oh,
I
that
don't
is
know.
cool.
I didn't. So I did my research. I had to find out. I just
Really? You
did.
had to go through all
I
that
had-
just
yes,
to find
I did,
out?
Yeah.
Well, that's
I made the
really
banner,
cool.
and I was told that. Well, I did this, and I had no idea. Still to this day,
That would have blown me
I
away.
listen. I don't know how I survived that night.
I don't either.
I don't know how I walked, how I did
Especially
anything.
not knowing.
To see it there, yes, not knowing.
Especially not knowing that was going to happen, and then the 10 bell.
And I was thinking, everybody keeps looking at me. What the heck, right? And they're all looking at me. And then when I saw, oh my gosh,
Oh,
you got to get that on video
shoot.
someday. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, that's my point. I feel like I can, get away with something, taking some shots at Rick, because I admire his tenacity, his work ethic. He gets stuff done.
Right.
We may not sit down and eat all the time together, but we have. But he was sitting way across. It was at Tachi Palace, yeah. And my plate, they gave it to him by accident, and he just threw it all the way down. Went all the way down there, knocking everything down. I did invite him to sit down with me at Tachi, right? He's sitting down, and his chair had like a speck on it, and I cleaned it. You know how you shoot it? I go, sit down, man. It's clean for you now.
No, you did
Yes, I did. True story. Somebody can co-sign that for you.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he kind of sat down, kind of stood up a little bit.
Oh, I bet he did.
Yeah. But he was sipping on something, and it wasn't soda.
Oh.
I'm not mad at him. It's all good, though.
Okay.
Rick, come and defend yourself. Get here on The Fighter's Voice. The only voice that matters. We're simply knocking out the competition, my man. We'll have fun. We'll talk about boxing. We'll talk about Jose Ramirez. Man, the 27th, that's going to be an awesome fight. What's your take on that, Jenna?
Well, I haven't heard much about it, but I did see it sometimes on Instagram. To be honest, when I did see it, I thought that would be like a really good fight, and I can't wait to see Rick promote it more.
Yeah,
because I love seeing the way
it's
he
actually
does
a collaboration. Yes, he's doing it here, but it's also him and Eddie Hearn. So those two,
Right.
I mean, that's getting ready to explode. What's your take on that, Carol?
I don't know. I have kind of mixed feelings on that. I think.
Hey, Jose's going up against a monster.
That's what I'm saying. That's a tough call. I mean, I want Jose to win.
Yeah.
But it's going to be probably one of his toughest fights.
Yeah. What do you think? Again, as far as not the promotion, when they get in the ring, when the bell rings, what's your take on that?
Well, it's going to be really interesting to watch. I'm really looking forward to that. I don't know what to say about it, but I know it's going to be a really good fight, and it's going to bring a lot of fans.
I admire Jose Ramirez. He wants no easy way out. He
Definitely.
wants it to earn it.
Absolutely.
I mean, and to ask for that fight. It's very rare that he publicly says, I want to fight this guy.
Right.
And he publicly said, I want to fight this guy. Rick made it happen. Eddie Hearn made it happen. And the powers that be made it happen. It's just, man, Texas is so far away from us.
I know.
We've been spoiled having Jose fight here in Fresno.
All the time, right?
A lot of times, people took for granted, he's always going to be here. I'll be at a barbershop. I'll be walking in the market, and I hear people say, oh, yeah, he's going to fight in Fresno, getting fighted. And I felt like saying, those days are probably over. You probably better go to the MGM Grand or New York City.
Right.
One of the two. So when Rick said, look, take advantage of him being here, because he didn't say he'll never be here again, but he knew what he said.
Right.
And all these local fighters, whether they want to admit it or not, I'm not going to mention names, all capitalize on Jose being the headliner because they got their opportunity.
Right.
They had a chance to fight on ESPN, sold out Coliseums, opening act for the one, the only. And I say the one and the only because we have a champion, Avenal's own, Jose Ramirez. Mm-hmm. He's our voice piece. And when I met him at the airport, when he had both belts on him, I said, look, those aren't just your belts, they're ours too. Meaning they're just not on your shoulders, just the belts. We're on your shoulders too, because everything he does, we go there and we support him. Exactly. But I'm not sure, Carol, if I want his belts or his shoe collection. Have you seen?
No.
Oh my gosh!
I haven't seen his shoe collection.
Honestly, okay. The shoe collection I saw 2 years ago when we did a documentary exclusive. When he was staying in LA.
That was great, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh, that was really cool.
Yeah, Rick didn't like it, but did I say that? My bad. But anyways, we got to see his shoe collection, and he was just boom, 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 boom. Now I bet you that thing is just blowing up because I've noticed some shoes every single time, and Jose has a style that he can get away with. Not everybody can get away with it. You know what I mean? But no, he has a shoe collection.
He does have his own style.
Yeah, he does.
Definitely.
Yeah, and the beard rocks for him.
Yeah.
We got to get him on like the Mexican GQ. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like it when it's a little bit more trimmed down, when it's fight time and it's not just all, grown out, but where it's a little bit more cleaner cut, but he looks younger.
Not that Conor McGregor like.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay. That's cool.
But I think during training, it just makes him look so savage, Yeah. And that's probably a good thing, but
he
backs it up.
He does. But I will talk about that fight right there. You said that's gonna be a difficult fight for Jose. I don't see it being a difficult fight for Jose.
Well, I believe in Jose.
I know you do. I'm just Jose has fought two tough southpaws who it really the muscle memory it kind of throws you off and everything to fight another right-hander again.
That's true.
I see Jose just cutting the ring off and going to the body. We'll talk more about it as we get closer because Maurice Hooker is no joke. He does have that right hand. My concern is him making weight at 140s. Not Jose, but Maurice.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
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 No, but I mean, Jose is going to get down on the body shots.
Oh,
I mean,
my
that's
gosh.
just what he's great at.
Carol, we got to see that live on another opponent. We went to Robert Garcia's Boxing Academy in Riverside. And sparring's on Thursdays.
Right.
And I missed the sparring with him and Virgil Ortiz.
Oh.
I only heard about it, but me and KP were there, and to see those body shots live in front of you,
brutal.
It's like
You can
hear
hear
the sound
them.
of a baseball bat.
Yeah, you can hear them, huh?
Yeah, you can. You can hear the other guy grunt too.
You hear him,
Yeah,
blow that
exactly.
air out, man.
Exactly.
He
man.
almost can't breathe.
No, he couldn't breathe. So Jose kind of stepped back because he knew he caught him clean.
So when are we going again?
Soon. Robert, hey, bro, I texted you this morning and I said, hey, when can we get started on that documentary? And I know you're busy, so, let's talk. Let's talk before Jose's fight, at least get a date, and probably after Jose's fight, maybe. But I would love to slide in there before Jose leaves, maybe make it a media day, part of the documentary. So
that would probably be
we are putting together a dynamite team. We got Shally from Stockton. We got KP coming down. It's going to be a dynamite team, the best of the best, putting that documentary together.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait to see it come together.
Yeah. I'm going to have my hands full because I got two quarterbacks. You know what I mean? I got to make the quarterbacks play together.
There you go.
But that's a good problem. I mean, can you imagine having KP and Shally?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good freaking problem right there.
No kidding.
No, back in the day, I had none of them. I had my cell phone. They would clown me all the time.
I remember that.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We had our conversations.
Sorry about that, but I do
we did.
remember that.
Yes, we do. I would
Poor
always
guy.
call Cheryl before a game. Before a game, before a show.
Yeah,
And I would vent like crazy.
that's for sure.
She was like my go-to person. But she gave me good advice, and she said just hang in there because that was the fighter in her. So again, do you
that's
ever
right.
get to vent? What do you do when you need to just release some steam? Do you go hit the punching bag? Do you work out, or you just say, "Hey, Dad, I got something to tell you"?
Well, usually I wouldn't really want to do that, but I usually would just go to the gym because I love training. That's like what I always do.
Good.
So most of the time I'm usually training or at the gym or something like that. Even at home, I have like a bob bag and dummies and stuff like that. I always practice on those. So if anything, it happened once or twice.
Yeah.
But I use the bags.
The
or
human
something.
part in you came out, right? The human being part, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, I gotta admit to that. Yeah.
There you go. So what are you doing on 4th of July?
I'm not sure yet. We don't really have a plan. I know tomorrow, I believe, there's at my church they're having like some kind of get together kind of thing.
okay.
So I might end up going to that. So
Yeah. What are you doing, Carol?
I don't have any plans actually. I'm not. I like to stick close to home and watch some fireworks. Livermore has a nice firework display, and I know the fairgrounds has them, and that's kind of nice. But I did think about maybe going to Angel Island.
Oh, okay.
And watch
Right
the
on.
fireworks where you could
Yeah.
see the city. But,
Oh, there you go.
It depends on the weather because I know last year it was so,
Yeah.
overcast and foggy that you couldn't even see the fireworks. So, I just have to check the weather on that. But other than that, just hopefully everybody's safe out there. And
Yeah. You know what I'm also looking forward to?
what's
Is
that?
Gabriel Flores Jr.'s next fight.
Yeah, when is that, by the
You know
way?
what? They're going to announce it pretty soon.
Okay.
And I heard they're returning to the mud, so that kind of tells me Stockton. But I'm not too sure. But
Yeah.
I do want to get him in senior on the show.
That would be great.
So yeah, I want to have them here come in studio, and
That would be great.
they said they're going to be coming around the area soon. So I'll probably reach out to him. And
Yeah,
I got to
definitely.
get him on the show. I mean, of course, he has a beautiful story to tell. Pops has a. You know what I want to do? I want to get Gabriel Flores Jr. on the Fighter's Voice Knockout Podcast. I want to get Gabriel Flores Sr. on the Fighter's Voice Kick-Ass Podcast, where he
yeah.
can just let that raw and just be said. Because
Yes.
he tried to get raw on the radio show, and I had to keep bleeping it out.
Oh.
But not just because that, just because he has a strong story to tell.
I know he does.
Not ashamed of it. He embraces it.
I
I mean,
know.
talk about.
That's
We talk about Junior all the time. We talk about the city all the time, but you got to hear Senior's story.
I know the story.
Yeah, it's
a very intense story,
But
and-
you know how many lives that can touch as well?
Absolutely.
This platform right
Any
here.
story can touch lives.
Absolutely.
There's something that I think anybody can get something from each story that they hear.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be specific to one thing.
Yeah.
So, I definitely think that would be really great to have him on here.
You know what? Oh, I wanted. Even if we got to do 2 shows that day. But
That
I
would
want
be good.
Junior on the whole time during the radio format of it, the family format of it, and that's the Knockout Podcast.
Yeah.
But I want Senior on the Kick-Ass Podcast.
You got to have him on that one for
Oh,
sure.
definitely.
So he can actually just really kind of express himself.
Yeah.
the way
And I
he
want
would
to make
like
that a deep one. Maybe we'll go down to Stockton, shoot some content.
That
So
would be
then when
good.
he's talking, we can kind of go through exactly what he's talking, and some of the questions to bring it. Make it real deep. Make it real adventurous, man. Hey, listen, we're about to go right now. How do we get how do we stay in contact with you? I know we said it before, but in case you're just viewing this right now, Jenna the Gym Creason, tell us about when your next fight is, what you got going, and how do we stay in contact with you?
You can stay in contact with me by Instagram under Jenna the Gym, Facebook Jenna Creason, or you could email me under jennathegym@gmail.com. My upcoming Jiu-Jitsu and Nogi fights would be 19th through the 20th. It's in the LA area, Riverside. So that's for Jiu-Jitsu and Nogi, but also the October 6th, the Big Fresno Fair. We're finding a fight for me there, October 6th. So those would be the next main ones I have coming up. And
let's talk about those sales of the shirts. How do we get one? What sizes you have, and how much are they?
So you can get a hold of me. They're $15. They're in pink and green. We have from small all the way up to 5X.
Wow.
So
5X.
Dang, I'm going to tell my friend Bill to get one.
So yeah.
There you go. Carol, stay in contact with us, man. How do we get a hold of you? How do we follow you? What do you got coming up? What events?
Carol Syracusa at hotmail.com and Carol the Cutwoman on Facebook. Carol Syracusa on Facebook, and Carol the Cutwoman on Instagram. And upcoming events, I'll be working the Combate Americas August 2nd in Fresno at the Save Mart Center.
Yeah.
And Zoila Faust is going to be headlining that. I'm excited. I'm really happy about that. And also, too, I'm looking forward to the Toscano promotions where
Yes, August 3rd, my man.
August 3rd,
Yes,
which is the following day.
Yes. You know
And
what?
that'll be in
I
Stockton.
failed to talk about that, but you know what?
Well, that's why you got me here.
Exactly. And thank God we got a platform and some
Right?
more shows
We
coming
didn't
up.
even talk
Yes.
about it.
Toscano Promotions, my
Yes.
man. That's going to be fire. You got Blake the Beast headlining that show.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And Jesus Sanchez Ibarra will be fighting.
Yes.
And also another fighter I know, Giovanni Gonzalez, and he's from Stockton. So
Okay.
give a shout out
Stockton
to you too.
Zone. Yeah.
So that'll be good. And also there's a fight this weekend in LA. I won't be there, but Tony Padilla is putting that fight on. It's SSP Promotions, which is a MMA event at the Commerce Hotel, or Commerce Casino in LA.
Okay.
So that's what's going on.
So how'd you like
coming up.
co-hosting today?
Oh, it was great. I mean, it was so awesome because, it's just natural to just talk about what I love and
You're
talk to
coming
other
back
people.
on Tuesdays to co-host.
Okay.
Okay, so
All right,
we're
well,
gonna
we'll talk about
negotiate.
it.
I'm gonna send you the contract. You'll sign it, and we'll make it happen.
All right.
We gotta have her back, right, Jenna?
Of course.
We gotta have her back every Tuesday, right?
Yep.
Because Cole's blowing up Wednesdays. We got to keep fire on Tuesdays. Fire on Tuesdays, blow it up on Wednesdays.
Sounds
KP, how
good.
does that sound? Oh, my man's
sounds
giving two
good.
thumbs up right there.
Yeah.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you tuning in. I appreciate the questions. If I didn't get a hold of them, I will get a hold of them. I will send them to Jenna. She will see them. I appreciate you guys. And listen, Copa Combate, August 2nd.
Yes.
Toscano, 209, August the
3rd.
3rd. Yes. So make sure you're there in Stockton, California, but you got to be in Fresno, California first. It's going to be awesome. And tomorrow, tune in. We got Jose Avalos in studio.
Right
I'm
on.
working on the time right now because we got to get Zoila Frost to win as well. We're going to have a great show tomorrow. Escovedo, your co-host with the UFC veteran, the Tachi Palace. No, I almost said Tachi Palace Kid. That's the other guy, Tachi Kid, man.
The Tachi Kid, yeah.
Yes, but
love
I can
Cole.
see how they kind of went together.
Yeah.
He's actually supposed to be on a video game, and I want that old video game with Escovedo on it, my man. But no, we're going to have a great show tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in, and remember, everything that comes out of my mouth is for you, Richie. Thumbs up for Richie. I love
Thumbs
you,
up
son.
for Richie.
Thumbs up for Richie, baby.
My name is Robert Garcia, and I'm with the Fighter's Voice.
How you doing? Jacob Stitch Durant here with the Fighter's Voice. Ooh, trying to steal Richard's lines here.
Thumbs up for Richie.
I'm Bob Arum, and I'm with the Fighter's Voice.
For the count. It's just another wrap. Thanks for listening to the Fighter's Voice Radio Show. Catch us again next week.
Same when, same how.
And always stay connected to the Fighter's Voice on social media. So, on behalf of Richard Ortiz, Cole Escovedo, our special guests, and the whole crew right here at the Fighter's Voice Radio Show, saying see ya next week, right here on the Fighter's Voice.